The Black Stars head coach Otto Addo has been making the rounds with some visits to players in their clubs. He visited Thomas Partey, he visited a couple of others. He recently visited a new guy, a striker, who many say is the next best thing, and he could be involved for Ghana in the next World Cup qualifiers. Today I'll be discussing what these impacts of these visits are. We'll talk about Tom Schaefer as well, and whether he is worth his salt and the purported salaries, which are subsequently been debunked by the FA. I'll not be doing this alone, Gijo. Welcome to the channel once again. Yeah, so subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. So, Gijo, Ghana World Cup qualifiers, chances, and the visits by Otto Addo to their clubs. Is it a matter of trying to make amends? Is it enough, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think for starters, it's enough because of the fact that we've had a lot of issues in the Blasters camp recently, and we saw captaincy issues here and there, players coming out to grant interviews after our loss against in the AFCON qualifiers. Let me just put it that way. But looking at what the Blasters technical team are doing now, visiting players, and I see Stephen Appiah also visiting Mohamed Kudus. And Otto Addo visiting other players like Thomas Partey and maybe the new child Jumo. Jumo coming in as well. So I think it's a step in the right direction. However, I think we have to also do more when the players come down here. It's just not visiting them, but for now it's a step in the right direction. Let's see what fruits this will
bear March. We have a new technical team with a team psychologist. It's crazy to think the FA and the Black Stars did not have a team psychologist when you look at it. But they say it's only a fool that doesn't change his mind. They've done the right thing now, going to a team psychologist. The technical director is the one who is a person of discussion. He was in the squad that helped Cameroon win the African Cup of Nations. He was instrumental in some few escapades he had elsewhere. Is it a case, in your opinion, of trying to get Otto Addo's replacement in place, as some are purporting, because of the initial rumors of the salary?
Yeah, I think they are trying to also set up a system where people will not come back to them and say they're not putting things in place.
Or for Otto Addo to succeed.
Yes, because, you know, in the view of Ghanaians, they're the ones that are supporting Otto Addo. Most Ghanaians feel like Otto Addo has done a really bad job and he has to be sacked.
Basically, that's it.
Yes. Everybody thinks Otto Addo is not good enough and he has to go. But the GFA are the only people, basically, they are the only people giving Otto Addo a chance here.
Yeah.
So they have to put in place certain measures that will make Otto Addo succeed. And bringing Schaefer in is one of those measures. As a director of football, at the same time, technical advisor. And Schaefer has done a tremendous job on the African continent in some various parts. And I think coming in, he brings a lot of expertise on board. Otto Addo is someone who, however, I think he likes performing under people. He is someone who is not always the boss. He was a scout director for Dortmund under Johan Klopp. He wasn't the boss all the time. He's always worked under people. And I think coming to the Blasters, it has been difficult for him to man that position of being the boss this time around, steering the affairs. So it's a lot of responsibility and burden on him. And I have seen that has been some of his challenges as the Blasters head coach, because of the fact that he has not been in a position where he has to call the shots all the time before. Coming in, there's the first managerial or head coach job ever. And, you know, with the Blasters, the huge tax.
Expectations are high.
Expectations are high, tensions are high. And these players also have their own various reputations to protect. So you as a manager in that position, being the head coach, you have a huge task ahead of you. You have a huge responsibility to play, to be able to control all these people, bring them on board, have that authoritative power to manage these players,
steer them into
the direction you want to. But I think Otto Addo has found it very difficult to do that. He doesn't have that aura around him to be able to do that. He doesn't have that mantle around him. As I can clearly see sometimes when he speaks, he is not that individual who beholds a lot of power. You get it? So he is someone who always wants to work under someone. And I feel like that would be the best that the GFA could do.
That's what probably they should have done.
Yeah, that's what they should have done initially.
He should have continued his assistantship.
Or bring in someone who will be the most authoritative individual where he will work under the person. So he has that freedom to be able to do his mandate as a technical person. However, I think it's a step in the right direction by the GFA to bring in Schaefer and other people as well who will come in to help him. But the most difficult task here now is how they'll be able to work together and bring out the results that we want. It's a result that will speak.
It's a results game, actually.
It's a result that will speak.
We can talk and talk and talk.
If you are not getting the results on the pitch, you can go and visit everybody. You can call a meeting, make amends, you can do everything. If you don't get the results on the pitch, it's cost 90. Like, nobody would
care so much
about whether you went to visit a player or not if you are not getting the results. So come match in the World Cup qualifiers, you want to see the results on the pitch. That is what Ghanaians would want to see, and that is what to bring the pressure down, because people are calling for him to be sacked at this moment. So I think if this appointment can help us get the results, why not?
All right, so guys, you heard it for yourself. Jijo has said it. It's a results game. We need to get the results. We need to get over the line. The visits are good. It's good to build camaraderie, relationship, friendship, and all that. But in the end, you be judged based on results. And we hope that Otto Addo and the team, I'm sure they do know this. Put your head on the line. 2 games in March. We can get over it. Chad, Madagascar.
Yeah, it depends. You know, sometimes you look at some of these teams coming in, they are not any big names. However, the Black Stars haven't been nothing to write home about recently. So
anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Like, basically anything can happen of that sort. I think it's going to be a tough game for the Black Stars, and the guys need to get their heads down and
get the job done.
And one thing is, you have to focus on the task. Qualify to the World Cup. That is what we want. We want the Black Stars to qualify for the World Cup coming next year. So it's something that is important.
Imperative.
You get me? So that is what we need to do. So getting the results, qualifying for the World Cup is what we have to do now. The group is tight, and you know, with other teams as well, looking at how we've performed in the AFCON qualifiers. Now they are also seen us as minnows.
Yes.
They are also seen us as a team that could be beaten easily. So they are coming with so much confidence, and they'll not be coming in as teams that have respect for Ghana anymore. That we will not be getting that anymore. And it's going to be very difficult for us.
Guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments box. Otto Addo's visits, the various players, Tom Schaefer's work, and whether it will be helpful. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your week.